What's up, Rio? Where are you from, and what's your full name?
I'm from Havana, Cuba, and my full name is Daniel del Rio. But
Social
everybody calls
security number?
I've been fooled before.
No, but so you're from Cuba, but you've been raised where in?
I was raised in Miami most of my life.
Okay, so how did you end up in where we are right now in LA?
It was a Goodwill Hunting situation. I went to see about a girl and fell in love with the city and just ended up staying here.
Nice. So when do you start writing?
I started writing full time about the same time that I got here to LA about 5 years ago. In Miami I would ride friends' bikes here and there, but I didn't get my own bike until I moved to LA.
Nice. What have you ridden so far? What bikes have you been riding on?
So my first bike was a Honda CB 500, and then I jumped onto Harley, had a 2017 Dyna Street Bob, and now my preferred BMW GSA Adventure 1250.
Clean check, the check of approval.
But thanks to Eagle Rider, we've ridden quite a number of bikes. So yeah, it's
nice.
Plenty of options there.
Why do you decide to start riding?
My father rode throughout my whole life, and it was something that, two wheels was always something that brought me joy, whether it was pedaling or twisting the throttle. It made me happy. So when I got
because you did ride bicycles for a long time, right?
Yeah, that was one of my main hobbies. Riding in Miami, is a pretty predominant sport, and they have a really cool community down in Miami. So fell in love with that. Had pretty crazy bicycles, and eventually it translated to two wheels with a motor.
Went around you did a couple of trips, right, through bicycling and with one specific rider, right?
Yeah, so I helped out. I was part of the team for Race Across America for Valerio. He, crazy cat, older gentleman, but just freaking heart of a lion. I mean, it was fascinating to see someone be able to ride from Carlsbad, California to Annapolis, cross state.
So mainly around the whole country, right? Because
from coast to coast.
That's incredible, bro. And you were with his crew, following him around and stuff, and helping him out as a technician or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
that's a great experience. So after when you got to LA, you started riding with that CB 500, you said?
Yeah.
And then you passed to Harley Davidson, which brings us a little bit to your job. What do you do for a living, and what do you see yourself doing in the future?
Well, that's a good question. Right now, for a living, I do what the fuck I want.
Nice.
Because now I'm currently not with Harley Davidson anymore. I used to work with them for a while, and after the whole COVID situation, there were some layoffs, and I was kind of on the fence, to know if I wanted a longer career with them, and I'm just kind of taking this time to reassess and move forward with the things that I want to do. Where do I see myself in the future? That's a good question. I don't know yet, so mind your fucking business.
Would you like to see yourself doing any specific career?
Yeah, so I've always loved acting, and I worked with Univision for a little bit when I was younger, and I was in acting studios for a long time. And then I ended up running my father's aviation business for most of my 20s and digressed from that, quite dramatically. So that's kind of where I want the forward momentum of my energy to be pushed towards.
Nice.
Yeah.
It sounds like a plan then. LA is definitely a place to do that, I'm sure. So how do you meet Los Pepes, and what does it mean to you currently in your life, and how have you been, evolving within the group and stuff?
So Los Pepes, I met the mastermind behind the whole works, Jaime Fernandez de Bernabé. Right. We met at a Lucky Wheels event. I think it was Chicken Ship Bingo. He was outside with Judah McFarland, another awesome guy from the group, and funny enough, he thought for some reason I was gonna rob him.
Right? Yeah, rob me. You were gonna rob me for sure.
No, we ended up shooting the shit for, I don't know, I think like 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and we got along pretty well.
You actually invited me to a ride, me and Judah.
Yeah.
And I think when we finished talking, I told Judah we're definitely not going that. But yeah, we ended up going, right? So
Yeah. It was your first Angeles Crest ride, no, with Ash.
Actually, the day before we did some. It was a holiday.
Oh yeah, it was the Easter ride. Yeah.
Yeah, the Easter ride. We did it with like, I don't know. You brought up like, I don't know, 15, 20 people.
Yeah. Well, it was a good number of us. It was
and
pretty
then
cool.
the next day we did.
Yeah, and then the next day we did. Yeah. And no, so God, Los Pepes to me is I'd say it's pretty significant in my life right now.
How would you define it?
Define it. It's God. It's a group of people who love a hobby and have found an excuse to come together and share space and and enjoyment through genuine connections. So for me, Los Pepes, started because we wanted to be part of the community more on our own terms, and you had the brand, I had the community, and
yeah, we were bringing it together.
But
I think it's evolved to now being more like a group of deep friends, more than people who ride together. I feel like some people have stopped riding, and we still,
Yeah.
there's people that never rode. For example, like Chema.
Yeah,
and he feels super in and part of Los Pepes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we'll bring him to do meet Chema at some point. But yeah, I mean, obviously you were like super integral part of the Los Pepes West Coast. There was 3-4 guys before Rio, but mainly, you started the one on the West Coast. So if you had any possibilities financially, which bike would you be riding?
No limit. The NCR Ligero 1200 titanium special.
What? What the heck is that?
So full lightweight titanium frame, Brembo brakes, carbon wheels, all in suspension. It's the supermoto dream.
Oh, it's a supermoto?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what
150K worth of dreams.
How much?
Yeah, 150K. But
holy shit!
But
what if you could pick more than one? Let's say you can pick 3 bikes. What would be your dream garage?
That's the real dream. It's having more than one. I wouldn't.
You probably wouldn't want to go full on off road with a $150,000 bike. I know it's made for it, but
yeah, I mean, depending on the money behind it,
you're done.
No, yeah,
I'm talking about financially. You are the same person. You just have a whole pass to buy a motorcycle.
Okay.
So meaning you have to fix that bike with the money you currently own.
So one bike.
No, imagine you can pick 3 bikes. What would you do?
So I definitely have my, the one that I'm currently on right now, the BMW GSA 1250 Adventure.
That would be one of them for sure.
100%.
Probably the 2021, right?
Man, I don't know. I'm happy with my 2020. It's newer than yours, so it's months count. No, definitely the BMW GSA Adventure.
Because it's a question I deal with myself all the time, because I have a few bikes and I don't know which ones do I want to have. Because we were talking the other day, and I was thinking maybe the GSA and the R90 Scrambler, or the ones I have, which is an enduro one, and the GSA plus the Harley. I don't know. Are you done with Harley?
No, I'm definitely not done with Harley. I mean, I love Harley. I love the brand. I love the culture that it's built around itself. I love my Dyna. Unfortunately, somebody loved it more than me because it got swiped and never to be recovered. But no, I love my Dyna, and I would love to build another Dyna someday, or maybe one of the new Milwaukee engines, which are pretty badass.
People talk really well about those.
Yeah, no, they're awesome bikes. So I definitely love the club style look. I love, you know, the old, you know, 70s chopper scene. That whole aesthetic I think is pretty bitch, and I would love, you know, something like that in my garage eventually. I'm also a huge fan of sport bikes. You know, I love the Ducati Panigale.
How dare you?
Yeah, you know, I'm big fan of the Yamaha ones. I mean, BMW is
I mean, I have to
makes
say
them-
the new Yamaha MT10, it looks like a monster.
yeah,
I'm terrified of getting on it though,
Yeah.
because I'd probably die.
yeah. I mean, those things are aggressively quick and light. They're fun.
Anything else you think people should know about from the river or or Rio, aka Rio?
No, you know, I'm a dog lover. I like walks on the beach, candles. I'm single, and
That seems like an all-together commercial.
no, like
Yes.
not much except for those things. But no, live in LA. Love my crew. Love this
I forgot
community
one
that we
question.
built.
Sorry. I forgot one question.
Okay.
What was your favorite ride of your life? If you have to pick one ride, let's just say,
Schaefer Trails, without a doubt.
yeah?
100%. That was fucking fascinating, man.
Nice.
Being up in that mountain,
Well, I'm glad I was there with you.
10 feet of road,
I'm
looking
glad
3,000 feet
I'm glad
down.
I was in the same area shooting pictures of you.
I'm glad you got the footage.
Not being able to ride with you.
Good.
Nice, man. Well, anything else for the viewers?
No, just follow Los Pepes CO, get to know us a little bit more. These guys have some awesome new products coming out, and
What's
Yeah.
what's your account?
my account is @FromTheRiver with an underscore in between each word. It's a translation from my last name, so I'm not literally from the river.
Nice man. Say bye to these people. And
Not the greatest, but
no, it's good. I think it was pretty good.
yeah.